Yo, how's it going, everybody? Kuzu here, coming at you again with another Fantasy 14 event reminder video. Because you know me, I like to make sure you guys remember to do your events. You know, who else is gonna do it? Everybody else published the videos like the week the event comes out and then they disappear. I at least am like, yo, 2 weeks in, yo, here you go. Remember to do this. Or like a month in if it's like the long one. Click that. Boom, we're right here. As you can see, right here. Ulda. Right? You want to go to 10.3 Y 8.3. Both ends in 3. Or, you know, as soon as you come out the teleport room, snag that left and just keep walking towards the Adventurers Guild. You'll see it right there. Guy right here is called J. Ben Tia. Obviously, one of our little ancestral friends of the Tia clan. All right. Our quest is called Art of Class. Right here. Boom. Level 15. Easy peasy. Jump on in there, get that stuff. It really is just that straightforward. There's no real thing to do. You just sit back, listen to Yoshi P talk, and celebrate the thing of Final Fantasy 14. You know, our little anniversary event. Woo! Get up in there. We'll be listening to our buddy. I guess we could turn this into a little playthrough of it, right? Hello there. Would I be correct in assuming you've come to view my exhibition? You see, I'm an artist by trade, and my chosen medium is stained glass. I'd love some stained glass art. 14. Well, it is not the easiest thing to work with. The results are worth the considerable effort required. It's taken me a while to reach this point in my career, and this is actually my first public showing. I was wondering if it's not too much of a bother if I might give you a brief explanation of the subject matter. Hi. If you're wondering, yes, I did switch Kuzu. He is now a dude. Yeah. We're going to be going back to female Kuzu eventually, but I just wanted to prove a point that I do play on, you know, dude characters sometimes. It's okay. Then pray, my good fellow, cast your eyes at yonder pane. Nanamo and Pippin. And the paladin dude and the thermometers. 'Twas the final days before the fall of Dalamud. Its inexorable, horrible approach foretelling our imminent doom, impending doom. Panic spread like wildfire, while many in their desperation turned to the Sultanate. Looting and rioting broke out across Ulda. To quell the masses, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Unamo took to the streets with a guard consistent of only 7 subjects, for they alone had the courage to stand with their Sultana. There she addressed the rabble. Heed me, my beloved citizens. The realm lies upon the brink of the 7th Umbral Era. Yet, so long as we live, we must not forget our compassion. Now is not the time to take from your neighbor, but to proffer him the hand of succor. The hand of succor. Yeah. She was determined not to let the city that the immortal flames were risking their lives to defend, tear itself apart in their absence. Her words brought the people to their senses. They laid down their arms and set about healing the wounds they themselves had inflicted on Ul'dah. Thanks to Her Majesty's impassioned speech, those who returned from the battlefield found their homes much as they had left it, a gleaming jewel in the desert. It all seems so long ago. To see the place today, you think that the people had entirely forgotten her words that day. The same hands that were once proffered in succor now grasp greedily at every last coin, even if it means one's fellow man must go hungry. It's times like these that we must remind ourselves of the sacrifices of those who came before us, which is why the Rising Festival is of such profound importance. I draw inspiration from Her Majesty's deeds all those years ago, and through my work, perhaps others might do the same. Dear me, I'd better stop before I'm overcome with emotion. There are in fact matters to which I must yet attend, and if I'm not mistaken, you are an adventurer, yes? I've something you might be able to help me with, if you're willing. In addition to having my stained glass on display, it's been arranged that a wandering minstrel give a recital as part of the festivities. I'm looking to gather as many spectators as possible, but I fear I'll struggle to cover. I feel like I'll struggle to cover the necessary ground by myself. Perhaps you could give me a hand. God, they have the same stance and everything. Jesus. 12s bless you, sir. I believe to hand out these. I plan to hand out these flyers. With 2 of us, we'll be able to reach twice the number of people in the same span of time. Yeah, let's do this. If you'd be so kind as to look for potential attendees around the steps of Thal, I'll head for the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Let's meet there when you're done. Seasonal events are my jam, son. All right, we gotta pull out a little bit. Oh no, we pulled out too much. Let's go. Miss my little cat back flips that I used to be able to do. All right, let's hand these out, son. The obviously affluent citizen. I'm not reading that. All right, calm down. I gotta hand out 4 of these. Yep. Minstrel. Yep. Gotta get your butt down there to go see Yoshi P. So he talks to you. Gunbreaker, I'm tired. Because he's the boss. Alright. Next person right there. Two more to go. Be great if we could just walk away right now. Just walk away right now. That'd be great. What's this? Oh, Yep. So close to getting my black mage to level 80. I can't wait. Alright, who's the person? There you are. Noticeably dusty citizen. The potato is dusty. Is that my last one? Yeah, I think that's my last one. Alright, you said go to the bazaar. All done. Much appreciated. But I'm afraid I've run into a bit of a problem. I was in the process of handing a flyer to this gentleman when my friend Austin showed up out of the blue. As chance would have it, these two chaps are previously acquainted, though they do not appear to be on particularly good terms. But how am I supposed to pay you back if the amount keeps going up? If you cough up the money on the day we'd originally agreed, there wouldn't be so much interest to pay. You've only got yourself to blame. But Aston, if your interest rates weren't so high, perhaps he'd have been able to pay you back by now. I'm not saying you shouldn't wipe the slate clean, but surely you can come to a compromise. All I want is for him to honor our agreement. What's wrong with that? Besides, I've held up my side of the bargain. So why do I have to be the one to compromise? But let's say I give you the benefit of the doubt that you genuinely lack the means to pay me back. I'll grant you 1 week extension, but if you still don't have the money by then, there'll be consequences. Only a week? All right, you damned vulture. You'll get your gil. Then I'll be rid of you for good. That's what our dude is talking about right there. I'm sad that such incidents are part of everyday life in Old Ah. Someone in financial difficulties sees a moneylender as the answer to their woes, like an oasis in the desert. But it's only a mirage, an illusion of salvation, leading them into even greater debt. But then again, many debtors will borrow money without any intention of paying it back, relying on an endless stream of short-term solutions. I hope that those who look upon my art will remember the words of the Sultana and seek to help rather than exploit one another. I mean, if only, man. Those two chaps you saw arguing just now would benefit from it. I'm sure. You know, Aston wasn't always like this. He's picked me up when I was down more times than I can count. We both grew up on the streets of Old Ah with no one to turn to but each other. The only reason I'm even here today, making a living as an artist of all things, is because of Aston and his talent for business. With a few words and a couple of handshakes, he could turn a gill into a gold mine. But as the years passed, it became an obsession. No matter how much coin he made, it was never enough. I wish he'd realize there's more to life than personal gain. But nothing I say gets through to him. That's part of the reason why I turned to stained glass art in the first place. It can express my inner thoughts far better than words ever could. Well, my words, at any rate. At any rate. Oh goodness, I do apologize. You must think I'm an awful boy to rope you into helping, only to bombard you with complaints and sob stories. But enough of that. It's high time I return to the exhibition and prepare for the arrival of the minstrel. All right. Go turn this quest in. As you can see, the Rising. Even the Rising from last year, if I remember right, doesn't have any combat stuff in it. So, you know, level 15, you're good to go. Do the quest, pass out the flyers, and then run back to the thing. And then you'll be able to, you know, watch and listen to Yoshi P's message. Ah, there you are. I hate to say this, but we've run into a slight problem. And by slight problem, I actually mean a rather huge catastrophe. I hate people to do that in real life, by the way. So huge, in fact, I need a moment to compose myself. While I'm loath to impose on you any further, I have a feeling I may need your help again, or at least some moral support. Can somebody steal your thing? Blast from the past. On Blast from the Past. Jay Bentia's heart is not the only thing that is broken. This quest is available for a limited time only, my friends. As I said, on the 14th, it is going away. His picture isn't there. All right, enough panicking. It's time for decisive action. While we were distributing the flyers, these children were a little overzealous when it came to admiring my work. It seems they were unaware of the look but not touch rule that normally applies to these things. And well, it fell to the ground and shattered. Damn kids. This calls for 6 of the best. No, their punishment must be more severe. I suggest staging a play based on the scenes. I don't want to be Nanuma. Let's go. I'll say it anyway. Not the first thought that crossed my mind, I must admit. The recital is due to begin at any moment now. So the only viable option is to repair the smashed pane as best we can. Well, yeah, come on. I think that with a little adhesive here and there, the spectators will hardly notice the cracks. Unfortunately, I don't have any on hand at present. While I run off to fetch some bonding agent from the Alchemist Guild, perhaps you could try piecing the broken glass back together. Don't worry, I'll show you how it's done. All right, let's do this. Are you ready to begin? The The following controls can be used to repair the stained glass. Default settings. Move cursor left. Move cursor right. Select piece, place piece. Cancel selection with right click. Let's do this! Pippin was at the bottom. No? I mean, he was over here too. I mean, Pippin was like over here. Nanamo was like right there. You're up here. Yep. Pippin! Get the Pippin pieces together, son! You go there. You go there. You go there. You go. Come on. No. No. Stop. You go, boss. You go there. Come on. There you go. Woo! We're so close. I mean, that doesn't go there. Alright, whatever. Sultana! That goes there. What are you doing? That goes there. What are you doing? Thank you. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. Goes there. Bomb. Bomb. Jesus, some of those pieces were just fighting back like, I don't want to listen to you. Alright, we're good. Go. Alright, get the stuff? Yes! Well, that's perfect. With a few dabs of adhesive, it'll be as good as new. Well, almost. It should certainly suffice for the time being, though. All's well that ends well, yes? The children were besides themselves with worry, but now they're as delighted as I am. Purple eyes, devil. Don't do it again, you damn kids. Oh, just a moment of nostalgia. I know from first-hand experience that a moment of horror that comes from breaking an expensive piece of glass. A few years ago, I was helping Austin with one of his ventures as an art dealer. I was in desperate need of gills, so he hired me to transport a few pieces. That was when I dropped a case containing some valuable stained glass, and I'll never forget the awful sound it made. But rather than curse me for my clumsiness, or fret over the money it had cost him, his only concern was whether I'd cut myself on any of the shards. So you see, that's why I don't blame the children for their little misadventure. I suppose I'm following Austin's example. Actually, there's one more favor I'd like to ask of you. I think if Austin were to see my stained glass, it might remind him of the days when there was there were things more important to him than money. Of course, I've tried various approaches in the past, and most of what I said to him goes in one ear and out the other. But if it were to come from someone else, such as your good self, he might be more inclined to listen. Would you mind having a word with him? You're too kind. Perhaps you could start by handing him this flyer and going from there. I hate fetch quests. No! I expect he's in the quicksand where he carries out much of his business. His clients tend to be a bit more malleable when they're in their cups, it seems. Anyway, if you could rouse his interest in the festivities, you'll leave the rest to him. This is a long ass quest. Long ass quest. Let's go. Whee. Yeah, let's go, Austin. I remember you. Ben's assistant, yes? Or maybe he's yours. Either way, I appreciate you looking out for him. He needs all the help he can have. Though, I must say, if you've something that requires my attention, I'd rather you keep it brief. Yes, I know all about Ben's exhibition, thank you. Keeping my ear to the ground as I do, there's little that goes on in Old that escapes my notice. So why did he send you to advise it to me? He wants to remind me of the good old days. I might have guessed it would be something as soppy as that. A lot's changed since then, but he's still the same daft sod he's always been. Not that it's necessarily a bad thing, mind you. It's his sentimental side that allows him to create such evocative works of art. But I always felt that if he tried to make a living out of it, he'd lose the very essence of what makes his pieces so special in the first place. Rather than expressing himself, he'd have to pander to the taste of wealthy but fickle clients to turn a profit. That's why I wanted to earn enough for both of us, so he'd be free to pursue his dreams. Well, he doesn't need me to pay for his bed and board anymore. I'm still around to help him if he falls on hard times. And just to make it perfectly clear, it's not that I don't want to attend the exhibition. I decided not to go because if people were to think that Bem is associated with the moneylender like me, it would ruin his good reputation. And if he insists that I go, perhaps I can make an appearance without drawing too much attention. Tell him I'll think about it, would you? Alright, let's go. He said no. The man said no. He said he'll think about it, which normally means no. But in this game, you know, he'll like 90% chance he'll show up. What did he say? Hmm. I'll just have to wait and see. Whatever the outcome, I'm very grateful for all you've done. And I'm sure you'll be pleased to hear I've saved you the perfect spot from which to view the event. Minstrel P. Citizens of Ul'dah, by my words, be transported to the days before the calamity, a time when all hope seemed lost. As the lesser moon hung low in the sky, a wave of terror washed over this fair city, turning neighbor against neighbor, brother against brother. There in the midst of the chaos, she stood defiantly. And so our tale begins. Hearken now to the Sultana's 7. Astonishing. I could see the events of the fateful day in my mind's eye as vividly as I see you now. Such a profoundly moving performance would surely have touched the hearts of everyone in attendance. Austin, you came after all. An artist you may be, but subtle you are not. Now is not the time to take from your neighbor, but to proffer him the hand of succor. A message to all of Ul'dah, I'm sure, but also one meant specifically to me. I have to admit, the Sultana made for a good point, and it still stands to this day. Maybe it's time I thought about earning an honest living. I knew you'd come around sooner or later. And Austin, I can take care of myself now. So you needn't go to such lengths to support me. I'm glad to hear it. But let's get one thing straight. I didn't become a moneylender just to cover your expenses. While you carved out a career as an artist, I just didn't want you to compromise your ideals and the quality of your work for the sake of keeping a roof over your head. Now, you can concentrate on doing what you do best, bringing joy to people through your art. As for me, I should find a better use for my skills. Perhaps I could go back to being an art dealer. That way, you can concentrate whatever works you please while I seek out potential buyers. It certainly beats making commissioned pieces for some pretentious buffoon. You're suggesting we go into business together? Yes, unless you have any objection to working with a very recently reformed moneylender. Of course not. I know just where to start. Producing more paintings featuring the Sultana and her 7 trusty followers. Imagine the streets of Ul'dah lined with stained glass, depicting its illustrious history. The sparkling jewel of the desert will shine brighter than ever. This is more than I could have dreamed of. Of course, none of this would have been possible without your kindness, Kuzu. You probably hear offensive words of praise quite often in your line of work, but I sincerely mean it. Thank you for all you've done. Oh, and there was one other thing I meant to tell you. The Wandering Minstrel was wondering if he could have a word with you. In fact, he was present. He has a present of sorts to give you. He should be somewhere nearby. Best of luck finding him. He's probably in the same spot as last year. So let's go. Yo, sheepy! Yo, sheepy! Right there. Minstrel Bud. Ah, you've come. As I knew you would. Jabin Tia speaks very highly of you. Not only of your skills at piecing together broken glass, but of your loyalty and compassion. Your virtues are many and varied indeed. Were it not for your contributions, the festival would have been without its centerpiece. And my accompaniment of song was not but a garnish to the fine dish that was our mutual friend's glorious work of art. Perhaps you will allow me to express my gratitude with another piece I have composed. Into the darkness of our minds. Hmm. Warrior of light, or should I call you warrior of darkness? You needn't be alarmed by these strange surroundings. Yeah, it's the 7. And of course, Gunbreaker B. And our Sultana. You know, he should at least have his name from last year, since we did speak with him last year as well. Just saying. But it's okay. Every year you're just a brand new person that we've never met. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your wary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. It is an honor to be reunited with you in this world between worlds. Okay, he remembers. I have been following your adventures with great interest. Your travels have taken you to lands far and wide, and you have encountered people of all walks of life, each with their own ideals, hopes, and dreams. As time flows onward in a near-ending spiral, the course of history is guided by mortal hands. Though our existence be brief, our deeds echo for eternity. 7 years have passed since 2.0 took over 1.0. Since the lesser moon's descent. 7 years since mankind rose from the ashes. Was a spectacle none shall ever forget, and that they live to tell the tale is cause for both celebration and reflection. When we cast our minds back, it is not sorrow that fills our hearts, but joy. For we have been afforded a second chance that we may learn from the lessons of the past. As we set forward, as we set forth towards new horizons, those with a thirst for adventure will lead the way. While there may be hardships and strife on the road ahead, there is no obstacle that we cannot overcome if we believe in ourselves and each other. So deep, man, so deep. Countless kindred spirits share our journey, and it is through mutual respect and understanding that we may create a better world. The future is what we make it by our words and deeds, and we will forever be at your side, brave adventurer. You have our undying gratitude, now and always. Pippin! How you been, man? I miss you. Haven't seen you since Stormblood. The time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Ever will we be watching over you. Guide the realm unto peace and happiness, warrior of light and darkness both. Till next we meet. Later, Gunbreaker P. And lo, you are returned. Pray tell, are you left with pleasant memories, fleeting though they may be? That as well, for such visions are wont to fade all too quickly, as the morning dew in the light of the rising sun. Mayhaps another of my verses would make a suitable gift ere we part. In the wake of the calamity, light descends once more to illuminate a world reborn, right, risen from fires of war, neath the eyes of heaven. Deception crumbles to dust. Those driven by malice unite by bonds of trust. On the fields awash in crimson, battle raged far and wide. In the name of liberty, the courageous few turned the tide onto a distant realm, drowned in radiant, unrelenting strides forth the harbinger of night. Iron will be unbending. Fireworks, son. For the sake of their loved ones, there are those who take to the battlefield, and yet those who remain behind have their roles to play. Protectors and the protected, providers and the provided for, principles upon which every nation is built. It is the duty of those who rule to ensure that these elements are kept in balance, even if they must face great peril. The words of the Sultana ring as true in their here and now as they did on that fateful day. May each of us take them to heart as we face the new dawn as one. Those fireworks are nice. Oh, there we go. We finished it. Boom, boom. There's a Moogle cuckooing in my ear right now. You have unlocked the jigsaw puzzle minigame. Open the toy chest in any room to try this activity. Nah, dude. Magnificent 7. Anyway, that is it, my friends. We did the event. We got through. We did some stuff. Did a lot of fetch quests. Did some stuff. Gail Kitty, you're gonna be going away for a bit. Not gonna lie. So anybody who's actually seen, you know, who's actually like been around while I streamed 14 or anything like that, knows that the only reason I leveled a warrior was I wasn't gonna level like a lot of classes, and you know now I'm almost 80 on everything. But you know, the only reason I leveled a warrior was because of the end of the Shadowbringers storyline. You know, where you team up with our boy Ardbert to, you know, vanquish our homeboy Emmett. But, you know, I literally, like, I was already leveling warrior anyway. I got it up to 50 just by playing with it. I was messing around with the class. that I wanted to try. So I legit went back after I finished it and did like the whole cutscene and everything, dressed up as Ardbert. I even had the weapon and everything. It was meaningful. It made like, yo, Ardbert is our homeboy. So this means a lot. Yeah, got our boy. Though I do not have that attire on anymore, we have showed that we have moved to greater pastures. Anyway, my friends, been your boy Kuzu. I hope you have enjoyed the, go through of the playthrough of the Rising event. I'll try and shave it down a little bit because right now it's at like 54 minutes. So we'll see how everything goes. Bring it down a tad, even if it's just a little bit, but it will be coming out in 2 parts. So regardless, it will be shortened down. So as always, if you want to recap, let's do our recap. You want to come down and talk to our boy Jim and Tia, right? He's gonna give you the initial quest, which is talking to you and talking to you about the Peyton. Then of course he's gonna ask you to go and distribute flyers, and after the flyers he's gonna talk to you a little bit, and you have to rebuild this to unlock the mini game for it afterwards. And then you have one more mission after that. That final mission is to help reunite the old friends. That's 3 missions that you have to do. And then of course after that mission you have to go, well, to finish that mission you have to go and go talk to Minstrel P back there, the Wandering Minstrel, which is Yoshi P. Go talk to him. Then you talk to Gunbreaker P in a little cutscene, which of course is actual Yoshi P. And after you finish that, you get your picture and your little Ardbert. That's basically it. Again, I hope you enjoyed. And of course, got a little Minfilia lookalike right here, and where the hell that is, I don't know her. But I'll be looking at those afterwards. I want to see what that person has. Anyway, this has been your boy Kuzu. As always, my friends, if you want to support your boy Kuzu, there are many ways to do so. Check down below. Those being the applause button, which helps your boy Kuzu out a little bit more financially. You don't have to do it. I'm not, it's not a thing. If you like a video and want to support me a little bit more, there you go. Hit that button. Of course, we have Join unlocked, but I'm still in the process of making a welcome video for it. So that button may or may not be down there by the time this video goes up. So we'll just have to wait and see. If it is, you want to help your boy Kuzu, hit that join button, sponsor the channel, do some stuff. I give away a few things. We have some game nights and other things that we do as a little family. Of course, you could also Triumph chairs. So if you're looking for a new gaming chair, working chair, whatever chair, go look at the website, see what you like. And if you want a discount, use code Kuzu. Kuzu, K-U-Z-U, for 10% off. That's 2 things right there. Of course, as I said at the beginning, Nerd or Die is also a part of that. And of course, if you use Streamlabs OBS and you want a discount on Streamlabs Prime, there's a link down there that gives you a discount for both the yearly and the monthly subscription. And last but not least, my friends, if you want to support your boy Kuzu legit, well, it's all legit, but if you want to support your boy Kuzu even more, check out my merch store. It's down there as well. And of course, check out my second channel, which is also down there as well. My second channel is mostly FPS gameplays, stream highlights, and occasional streams. So if you like FPS games, Killzone, Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, anything like that, that's what the second channel is for. And of course, look forward to seeing my reviews and my game reviews and my my anime reviews. Those are going to be coming out shortly too. But yeah, that is it from me, your boy Kuzu. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and of course, leave a comment down below. And if you're already part of the Ryusen fam, hit that like button, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you'd like to see next. You know, that's basically it, guys. I will see you on Wednesday with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, the final episode. And of course, don't forget to stop by on Thursday, where I'm going to be uploading some more Final Fantasy XIV stuff, mostly catch up, 5.3 stuff I didn't do in 5.2, which was like the raids and stuff. If you want to be a part of those types of videos, join the whenever the join button comes up, you'll have a chance to. All you have to do is leave a comment being like, yo, I want to help out, I want to do raids with you, I want to do these type of stuff, and we'll fit you in where we can. Yeah, that's basically it. That's this is like the third time I'm saying it. That's basically it for me for today, my friends. I love y'all. I'll see y'all next one. Peace.